Well, guess what? I have been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for something. Yeah, when I had my Jeep Gladiator, there's lots and lots and lots of parts for Jeeps. And I was able to get the RAM mount, camera mount for the track mount for the front of my Jeep dash. And I bought this Canyon here. And guess what? There's not much stuff available for that stuff. It's so new, and it's not a Jeep. Because with Jeep, there's millions of suppliers, and for GMs and these kinds of things, there's not so many. So several months ago, I was looking for different kinds of camera mounts for my truck, and phone mounts and those kinds of things. And there was this company that had it all for the Jeep and had it for the Toyotas and stuff, but didn't have it for the GMC. So I typed in the computer real quick, and guess what? I said, hey, if you get one out for the 23, 24 GMC Canyon or Colorado, let me know. And just last week, they came out with it. The brand new bullet point mounting system for the 2023-2024 GMC Canyon and Chevy Colorados. And we're gonna go install that thing right now on Reviews It. Okay, so I got it all out now, and I want to show you what I got. And I'm missing a part or two, some connectors, because I didn't quite know what I was getting. But here's what I got. I got the ball mount that screws onto it. I got the 4-centimeter bar here. This is the dual GoPro mount. I needed one more of these things, and I needed to get two. I tried to use my old RAM mount one, but it's too big for the ball. It won't secure to it, so I'll have to order another one of these here, little carbon fiber dinghies here, in order to, make it fit. This is a radio holder. We have little two-way radios, and I keep it in my truck, and this will be holding that radio up there. And this is it. This is the mount that goes into the truck. Even came with a little bullet, which makes me feel like these guys are good pro two-way guys, and me and my gun store will really appreciate that. But another thing that's really cool about it is all this: screwdriver, a pry tool for the dash, a little 7 and 8 millimeter wrench, an Allen wrench, and all the bolts that are necessary, and extra screws too, in order to install it in the truck. And it even comes with 2 drill bits, because it takes 2 different drill bits in order to put this in your truck, and it's super simple. I'll show you how to do it. And finally, I got an extra one of these that came with this, so I have 2 ball mounts, plus I have the big one for the GoPro in the middle. Let's get to installing this thing right now. Right in the front of the truck, you have the big infotainment screen right there. But what we're looking at is what's behind it right there. That little tray right there. We have to pop that out with that little pry tool, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get it out. It's super simple. You just kind of pop it around the edges, and it pops right out. It's got 3 little clips in the bottom. But you put this little pry tool underneath here, like this, and you kind of wiggle it in there, and then once it gets behind there, you can start popping it out. This is what it looks like when it comes out. It's just a little piece. You got the 3 little clips on the back side here. And we have to do a couple things to it. We have to drill a hole in these 2 marks right here, and then install the plate onto here first, get all the holes cut, then we set this back in there. It's just a couple small little holes, and once it's in there permanently, so it really doesn't matter. Next, there's 2 7mm screws right there. You see them right there? We're going to grab our wrench and get them out. It's a lot easier than using that tool they sent in with it. These right here are the 2 little screws that are already in your dash. 7mm little socket set. Got them right out. And now we have to modify the plate that was in the truck. The first thing you need to do is take these 4 screws out right here. I've got 3 out now. There's 1 more right here I have to take out, and that separates the top from the bottom part so I can make the drill holes for it. So I've got my big drill bit in here, and we're gonna go to this little mark right here and this little mark right here and drill right at the top edge of it so that the screws that were originally in the dash can go back through that to reattach it to the dash. Okay, I've got those 2 back drills holed holes drilled. And now you see there's 2 holes here. Hold on. There we go. And now you see there's 2 holes here that I need the smaller drill to drill out. And that's how we're going to attach this to this before we install it back in the truck. Okay, so what we're doing now is we put the jig up here, and I've just drilled 1 hole through here. And now I have to come over here, and I have a punch mark there. And what this does is it connects the bracket to this mount. And when I mount it back in the truck, it'll be nice and solid. So we're going to drill right here, right now. Drilling through plastic's easy. I realize everything is dark and black, but you can see we have the plate now mounted onto the little tray. It's there, it's not coming off, and we have the holes still here and here to put it back in the dash. So let's go back and put it in the dash. Okay, I've got my 7mm and I've got my 2 original screws, and I've got the plate here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this back in here, line it up, and just pop it back in, just like that. It's in. Pretty cool, huh? Now bring it over here. I'm gonna be putting 1 of these little screws right in this hole and getting it through there and tightening it in. And I'll finish these up with the wrench as soon as I get these in and go. Okay, we've got it all secured in here, and my daughter and I are tugging on this thing, and it's not moving at all. That's pretty cool. Now all it is 4 more little screws to put the top plate back on, and we can start mounting things on this plate. One thing really cool about Bullet Point's mounting solutions is they give you extras of everything. We have little packets of this and that. I'm gonna have to keep them in a little box in my truck in case I get other pieces and parts I want to mount onto this thing. They even have these little nuts that connect onto the back of other things that you can buy with them to make the flush mount stuff too. So I'm gonna put this back in there. I'm gonna put the extra mounting bolt for the plate back in there, and then they give you 8 of the mounting screws for up here, so in case you lose one when you're changing things out, you have extras. So plus for Bullet Point. All right, we got the mounts on there now. I'm gonna get a couple other mounts because I don't like the way these are setting, but it looks like we're just about right on the money here, except I think this one is a little bit too far this way. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's get these on. The Jeeps were a little bit easier because you just use the 2 existing holes in the dash plate and it was done. A little bit easier than these, but I love this mounting system. I just have to order a couple extra parts and take one of these off. You can put those other ones on the edge here and that's fine, but these don't fit on the edges with the screws. And there is the 4 screws that go in here. Okay, I've got some other parts I've got to get in on this thing, but take a look right here at this. See how these are ribbed, the way they mill these? They're not gonna slide around like the rubber GoPro ones. I like that. These are like billet aluminum, and it should do a lot better. And this is the GoPro mount I have for it. And what I wanna do is, I wanna mount that thing right here like this so that when I'm going down the road, I'm gonna get a little connector thing for this, but for now, I'm just gonna use this because I've got my 1-year video with this truck coming up with my buddy, Ed. You've seen him in some of my other videos, but this goes on here. It screws on like this, nice and tight, and I can bring it down just a little bit, come up here like this, tighten it on, and the GoPro mounts right there. And look at that. Very, very solid. There it is. It's the Ruby Grid from Bullet Point Mounting Solutions, the brand new mount for the 2023-2024 GMC Canyon Chevy Colorado. Hey, please subscribe below, and I hope you liked our quick little introduction to this product, but I am very excited. In many ways, I like this better than the Ram mount, and it seems very solid, and we just hope that if you want to think about this, you can go to bulletpointsolutions.com, and they will get you taken care of. Have a great day.